Just who do you think you are? It's just as you say, but what gives you the right to do this?
Checkmate. It's now clear who discovered the body. You have no more reason to withhold your testimony, correct?
Very well, I'll tell you. But I doubt my testimony is worth hearing.
Whether or not it is worth hearing is for me to decide. I will expose the truth with my own hands. That is my sole duty. Oh, that's not me.
I think you're a little off there, Mr. Edgeworth.
What do you mean?
We're not trying to expose the truth. We're trying to save Simon. We have to remember our secret identity. Isn't our goal to help our clients? I mean, you're not a prosecutor right now. You're a defense attorney's assistant, remember?
Well said there, Kay. She's right on the money, Miles. The official task of the Edgeworth Law Offices is to defend our clients. Your old man, who founded the firm, truly valued the bonds he had with his clients. So, if you're not willing to do the same, maybe you aren't cut out for this job. I don't want to fire you on the spot either, so have a heart, okay? The heart of a defense attorney, In any case, it's important that we hear the testimony of the person who discovered the body. Start talking, Mr. Sawhit. Tell me what happened when you found the body.
I'm in the workroom over there practicing my skills. By some chance, I got curious about the adjacent workroom and went up to the door. I peeked in through the small window on the door. Then I saw him lying there, a man, not moving, dead. I coiled in fright and found myself letting out a scream.
If I may confirm one thing. You were in the room right next to the one where the dead body was found?
Prison, we call it Workroom B.
And you were in there the whole time on the day of the murder?
After the 7 a.m. roll call, I remained inside the whole time. In this prison, we have roll call 3 times a day. At 7 a.m., noon, and 9 p.m.
And they check the workrooms during these times too? I see. So during the 7 a.m. roll call, there was nothing amiss, and Knightley's body was not in the workroom yet. So it sounds like the murder occurred after 7 a.m., huh?
And that's right when the animal show started.
Prisoners went to see the animal show.
Meaning anyone who did not see the show does not have an alibi. Do you understand what I'm saying, Mr. Sawhit?
Yes, that is certainly true. However, I merely discovered the body.
His testimony has a clear contradiction. I should press him about that first. My rebuttal. Okay. Hold it. You were curious about the adjacent room?
Precisely. I felt a need to look inside.
Why did you feel that way?
Even if you ask me why, I just did it on a whim.
So you weren't
It's my job when people die to tell them that they've met with a terrible fate, and you know, I had to do that.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
job.
I hadn't put that together.
What?
He looks like the Happy Mask salesman
Oh.
from Zelda. He's in Ocarina
Okay.
of Time too, but that line is from Majora's Mask.
Yeah.
It's a popular fan theory that he is some sort of like he's on the same plane of existence as Majora is. Like, people like the headcanon he's some sort of like chaos god or something.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, like
Sure.
he's not a mere mortal is what people like to believe, because I think he is aware of the time loop. He's at the
Oh,
very least aware of Hyrule.
wow.
So you weren't concentrating on your training.
No, nothing of the sort, for I am a model prisoner.
A model of what? A train?
It's just that the other prisoners had left to see the animal show. Which is why I was feeling somewhat lonely.
Yeah, that's like being stuck in a classroom after school's let out.
Okay.
Yes, that's right. And since I couldn't enter the other workroom,
The small window, so you couldn't get a clear look.
indeed, as you can see, there is a grill covering the window. It does not offer a wide view at all.
Normally, the guards use it to check inside the rooms, right?
Precisely, you seem to be well versed on this matter.
Well, I happen to know a thing or two about prisons, you know. I was here for
What does
3
she
hours
mean by
yesterday.
that? I'll have to find out the details later.
definitely the only time I've ever been in this prison.
In any case, I peeked into the room from the window.
You knew it was a man right away.
It was clear, judging from his physique and clothing. Even the fact that he was dead was as plain as day.
You could tell he was dead through that tiny window.
I've seen dead people before. Oh well, it's not the first time I've seen a dead body.
What? So you mean the reason you're in here is because...
A shame to admit it, but it is as you say. However, this was my first time seeing a body that someone else had
My
killed.
goodness.
That's creepy, but I guess I have seen dead bodies and I haven't killed anybody.
Do we want to press this statement? Is it worth it? You remember what the scream sounded like? Do you typically have to press every statement? Is that...
No, not always.
Okay.
That's
Well,
very...
all I can say
I
is
feel
that
like
I
that's very
shrieked
rarely
at the top
happened.
of my lungs.
Well, I guess that's what happens when you get scared.
No, I forgot Ray was still here. Yes, it is just as you say. In any case, I let out a scream.
He's pretending to be an innocent bystander, but parts of his testimony are odd. Considering the situation and the place he's in, the contradiction should be quite obvious. I'll show him the evidence that proves it.
So yeah, if you get to a point where you have figured out a problem, you can go ahead and jump to presenting.
Okay.
Do you know what the problem is?
No.
Let me see
Oh.
it again.
Well, it's the work glove. I'm not sure what statement it goes with. Unless it's this one.
I think you might be a little bit ahead.
Oh.
That is a problem, but we have a problem even before then.
Okay. Hardly a blind guess. He saw right through your bluff. Blah. Okay. Let's go back here. Oh, should it be this? Because we're trying to make a point that it was not obvious that he was dead, right?
Do you want me to help?
I don't know. So, like, what if that's the angle I'm going for?
Yeah,
is
what
that right,
point
Lainey?
you guys want me to jump in?
Am I right with this?
I don't think so.
Okay.
There's a first step in this whole process of what happened that is a problem. Before we get to these other potential issues.
Oh,
Oh, he couldn't have, like...
yeah.
Yeah. Objection! There we go. Mr. Sawhead, please stop telling such feeble lies. It's not entertaining at all. You don't seem to understand your position.
My position? I used to be a mask salesman, but then I took up the pet groomer training.
Hold it. What about that bracelet on your wrist? It proves that you are unmistakably a prisoner. And as long as you wear that bracelet, you should not be able to move around as you please. Yeah. As soon as you went through the door, the sensor would have sounded an alarm.
Oh, that is...
Peeking into the adjacent room is impossible, when you couldn't even leave the one you were in.
Arg!
Ooh-wee, nice one, Miles. That was a real humdinger.
But does that mean Mr. Sawit didn't see the body?
I'm not sure. Perhaps. We should let the man himself explain it to us.
Huh? You see, that is... well... Forgive me, it appears my previous explanation was lacking.
No doubt.
That was
I
obvious.
so clearly explain how I was able to see the body.
Very well. Let us hear your revised testimony.
Do you have X-ray vision? Are the aliens actually real?
Okay, you would not be able to steal someone's X-ray vision without stealing their eyeballs.
I mean, do you know that for a fact?
Yes, I read it in Science Geek Weekly.
I don't know about that.
Oh, sorry, that's me. There is a rather well-known technique among prisoners here. If the hand with the bracelet stays in the room, you can step out without sounding the alarm.
Yeah, that wouldn't take a genius to figure out.
That's how I was able to peek into the adjacent room. Which hand is the bracelet on?
I think
The
it's
moment I
right.
realized okay. The moment I realized
would
the
work.
man inside was dead, I let out a scream.
So that means he kept his arm inside workroom B while he peeked into the adjacent room. I'd appreciate it if you didn't mention this to anyone.
That's Mr. Sawit.
Oh,
Oh, sorry. I'd appreciate it if you didn't mention
I was
this to
trying to think,
anyone,
why does
especially
Edward
the
want to keep that
guards,
under
okay?
wraps?
Yeah.
Was that what he was trying to hide earlier?
See what? Do we have the bracelet in the organizer?
I don't know. We have the door sensors. I should try asking him
Yeah, I
for
don't have
more
have the
details.
bracelet as a
as well.
separate thing.
Yeah, we don't have the
Mm.
bracelet. It's just
Okay.
the door sensor. Okay. Oh, I guess I gotta press things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think right now we don't have anything to work off of yet.
Tell me more about this technique.
Certainly. Here's how it works.
Let me take notes.
That's
Oh,
it.
well, alright. All you gain by doing that is a small degree of freedom.
Truly. But it is all that we have left to enjoy.
I'm shocked that you enjoy such a thing. Have you truly reflected on what you've done?
But of course, for I am a model prisoner.
Your definition of model is highly suspicious. Regardless, was that the technique you used?
Yes, that is correct. I made sure no guards were around when I did it.
Why would you do something so troublesome and potentially dangerous?
Noise coming from the adjacent room. It seemed odd to me, as there should not have been anyone inside.
So you peeked into the adjacent workroom as soon as you heard that noise?
Yeah. Of course, I peeked in as soon as I could.
I see. Is there a problem with that statement?
Probably.
I mean, I'm gonna, like, kind of by default assume there is
Yeah,
if we're
no,
prompted
that's
for that.
fair. It
So you-
normally is.
So you looked into the adjacent room immediately after you heard the noise. If that was true, then you should have seen more than a dead body. You should have seen the person who had made the noise.
That is... well...
He looks real shaken.
Mr. Sawhead, answer me. What did you really see? If you intend to remain silent, I will have no choice but to assume that you are complicit to the murder.
Oh, please forgive me. It's just that I couldn't even believe what I saw myself. I thought I must be hallucinating again. It may have just been a dream. I hesitate to even recall it.
Tell me what happened.